separate. It will divide into 3 groups. Okay, B cell, T cell, and natural killer cell. If you remember in the beginning, let's see, up here, okay, the lymphocyte, it will subdivide, differentiate into that, and then T cells, B cells, and then this one itself is natural killer cells. Okay, let's see where we are. Okay, T cell, B cells, natural killer cells. Okay, so specific immune response. B cell is produces plasma cell, which produce antibody. Okay, T cells are viral and tumor cell destroyer. They're non-specific natural killer cells. Okay, so B cells, okay, antibodies. Okay, it makes antibody. Okay, T cells are viral and tumor cell destroyer, and non-specific response. It can kill anything. Foreign would be the natural killer cells. Okay. A granular one, we saw a monocyte. Okay. Typically the largest, known as macrophage. Okay. When you leave the circulation, it phagocytes. It's phagocytic. It just eats things and swallow things. Okay. Defends against fungal, viral, and chronic infection. So here we are, all of them. Ben have granules. Agranulocyte or monocyte, lymphocyte. Okay. Overproduction, leukocytosis. Okay. Infection, loss of body fluid, exercise, leukemia, or mononucleosis when there's too much. Underproduction, leukopenia, measles, mumps, influenza, AIDS, anemia, or heavy metal poisoning. Platelets. Okay, if you go back to the chart, okay, here's where it comes from. Okay. So whenever there's a problem, okay, thrombopoietin will stimulate production of thrombocytes. Okay. Comes from what cell? Okay. It comes from megakaryoblast, and then it will mature into megakaryocytes. Okay. Megakaryocytes undergo mitosis without cytokine. Megakaryocyte, they extend the process into blood vessel and releases all these 2,000 to 3,000 little platelets. Okay, let's see if we can find one in the blood. So let's say you see a blood cell, little platelets. It's just a little thing like that right there, a little thing. But of course, it's not showing here. But it's very small, very small, and you'll find it in the slides. So here we are, second part of chapter of the blood. Okay. So hemostasis. What is hemostasis? Hemostasis happens when there's a blood vessel damage. Okay. And so you're losing blood. Okay. What is the requirement? You need fast, localized, carefully controlled to regulate. So regulator are blood coagulation. Okay. Both pro and anti-inflammatory as well. Okay. Whenever you have injury, okay, you have platelets will be released. The injured cells will release cytokine and chemotaxis to attract other cells to come over to help. So first thing, 3 things that's going to happen when you have a rupture, okay, like this, a ruptured blood vessel. First, you have vascular spasm. Okay, immediate contraction. Why? To stop the blood from flowing. Okay. Then the second step, you have a plug formation. Okay, it will form a plug so that blood doesn't flow anymore. Then coagulation. It will coagulate. Okay, so let's look at the 3 steps. Again, first thing you have is vasospasm. Okay, it will contract immediately, caused by the injury. Okay, due to reflex involving the pain receptor as well. Second, when the cells are damaged, collagen fiber exposed, and the platelet swells and becomes spiky. See that? It becomes spiky and they stick together. Okay. Some of these things to remember: prostaglandins, okay, activate clotting factor. Serotonin is for vasoconstriction. Okay. So it plugs it, so blood doesn't, more blood doesn't release. And then coagulate, a durable repair. Okay, the blood transformed from liquid to gel because it's clogging right there. Okay, a positive feedback loop, so it doesn't stop, it keeps going until it stops. Okay, so in the coagulation, fibrinogen is converted into fibrin. Okay, we're going to see that later, which forms a mesh and traps more platelets and erythrocyte, producing a clot. This we'll see in a chart later. Okay, but you don't have to memorize the whole thing. Here it is. Fibrin strands secure the platelets and erythrocyte. Okay, plugging the break. Then repairing stops. Oh, here's that chart I was telling you about. Of course, you don't have to memorize this whole chart. Okay, it's extrinsic factor. Okay, is triggered by a trauma. Okay, and then it will be, so all 3 depending on the calcium. So this is step 3. Okay, convert into this, and this will convert into that, and eventually, okay, you have a blood clot. Okay, but if you want, you can memorize this, but you don't have to. Some of the things to remember: fibrinogen. Okay, we saw fibrinogen up here. Fibrinogen is converted into fibrin. Okay, right here, fibrinogen to fibrin. You don't have to remember this factor. Okay. Let's see. Just this is for your reference. Here are the factors. And here they are, the factors. If you want to look at them, you can. Extrinsic is fast and occur with trauma. Okay, starts with the cell releasing factor 3 and ends with factor 10. Okay, so again, 3 ends with factor 10. Intrinsic is more complicated and slow, promoted by damage to vessel, but often due to factor 12, contracting something foreign, inorganic polymer phosphate, which activate 10. Okay, so it all goes down the same path, activate 10. Okay, here are the same common pathway. Okay, prothrombin to thrombin, and then it will fibrinogen to fibrin. Okay, once factor X is factor 10 is activated, the prothrombinase will convert prothrombin into thrombin, and thrombin will convert fibrinogen to fibrin. So you just have to remember this last step. Okay, fibrinolysis. Okay, we saw fibrinogen, which is the clot. Lysis is breaking down. So once everything is is healed, repaired. Okay, it's time to dissolve the clot. Okay, clot removal within 2 days. Plasminogen was incorporated into the clot. Damaged cells release plasminogen activator, convert plasminogen to plasmin. We saw this. Now plasmin will then digest the fibrin. Okay, plasmin is what digests that clot. Okay, plasmin will digest the fibrin. Okay, so that's how a clot is dissolved. How do you control? Vitamin K is essential for blood clots. Okay. So here's a summary. What happened when you have enough? Okay, when you have enough clot. Okay. Normally, then your body will activate an anticoagulant. Okay, to dissolve the clot. Disorder of clotting, when you have too much clotting factor. Thrombocytosis, you have too much platelets. Okay, you have roughening of the vessels. So because of the excessive platelets, it scratches the blood vessels. Okay, when you, like, you know, with too much traffic, it scratches it. And then you have something called atherosclerosis, where there's a deposit of some calcium in the blood vessels. Okay. Severe burn, inflammation can activate platelets as well.